Hi everyone, and welcome to Weekly Cooking with Becky. So today is a wonderful dessert. It was a dessert that I loved when I was growing up, which is called Blondies. Now, I'm gonna modify the recipe, kind of standard with me, anybody who's been following me. I'm gonna modify the recipe to make it very similarly to the way that I made it because I want my flavors, but feel free to follow the recipe to a T. It will be in the description below. As always, feel free to like the video, leave some comments. I would love you to subscribe, share out the video, and come on over to Facebook and join Living Low Carb with Becky. I'd love to see you there too. All right, let's get started. In this first bowl, and we only need a whisk today for our main ingredients. So my liquid ingredients are pretty dark right now. In here, I have 1 large egg that's been at room temperature. I have a half a teaspoon of vanilla extract, and I have 2 teaspoons of molasses. Yes, molasses has carbs and is high calorie, but we're gonna divide it across the pan, so it's gonna reduce down. Don't worry about it, it gives it the flavor we want. That's what I have in here right now. What I'm going to add to it is behind me. I'm going to add a half of stick of melted butter that I have browned. So we've got some browned butter going on behind us. We're gonna mix it into the liquid. Also, preheat your oven to 325 and prepare. This is not a parchment paper recipe, one of the rare ones. Make sure you prepare an 8x8. I have a 9x9, so my time is gonna be reduced by about 5 minutes. So 8x8 or 9x9 pan. So just know that if you do 9x9, which is what I'm doing, because it's thinner, you're gonna drop off about 5 minutes of cooking time. Okay, grease it with butter, good old fashioned butter. Do not use a spray. All right, and use metal for even cooking. All right, let's grab a half a stick of melted butter. Speaking of butter, we are just going to pour it into the liquid ingredients, and then I'll go over the dry and we'll incorporate. It's a very, very easy recipe. So it takes about 4 to 5 minutes, depending on your stove, to brown butter. You melt it, and then you just keep going with it until it gets very fragrant and it starts to turn brown. So you've got the brown butter. I just put it in here with the molasses, the vanilla, and the egg, and I'm just getting it nice and mixed. I'm trying to find the right word, just mixed. All right, trying to see, it's just kind of dripping consistency. There you go. So nice golden color. Now to that, we are going to incorporate, I'm adding on here too. All right, so to incorporate 2 cups of almond flour. Now I'm going to do a little advertisement and let you know that it's on sale right now, but 1/4 cup of granular sweetener of choice, sugar-free and healthy. There's one that I've never mentioned before that I am going to be mentioning today. 1/4 cup of brown sweetener of choice, once again, one of your healthy keto low carb approved sweeteners, a teaspoon of baking powder, a half a teaspoon of salt, and it's not on there, a packet of unflavored gelatin, because this will make them chewy. The butter's not going back in the fridge, it stayed melted. And when you don't let the butter re-solidify in any form, and because it wasn't softened, it was all the way melted, if you cook a little too long or you lose your eyeball on it a little bit, it's gonna be drier. We want a chewy blondies. So this, or if you don't have this and you have a xanthan gum, 1/4 teaspoon. But I'm just dumping a packet of gelatin. Mix it all up. And we're gonna put this in. I'll go over the sweetener that I used in a little bit, but seriously, sweetener of choice. The sweetener that I used right now is a buy one, get one half off. And I will go over that at the end. It was a sample that they sent to me, which was nice. So I have to make sure that I promote it just using a whisk. And right now you guys can get, that's a good deal, buy one, get one half off. It comes out, it's the same price as your swerves and your monk fruits. and it's a new one coming onto the market. It is supposed to cook very similarly to a Swerve or a monk fruit with 0 aftertaste. So for those of you who like Swerve, but you have to add the liquid stevia, or if you don't have that, you don't like that cooling aftertaste, or even monk fruit or allulose, and you're like, you can still detect a little bit, this claims 0 aftertaste. And it measures 1 for 1, just the same. So we're gonna give it a go. And this is my first time cooking with it. So I'm also not only advertising for them, I'm gonna give you an honest review when I do the taste test. I'm gonna have to get a fork here in a minute because it is a rather thick recipe. And I wanna be able to stir my chips in. And I just, look at the spatula that I used for the brown butter. And pull it through. You do not need a mixer for this. So one less thing you have to clean. Okay, let me just push those pieces through. The recipe calls for 1/3 cup of semi-sweet chocolate chips. Once again, keto low carb approved, Lily's, Bake Believe, Chalk Zero. When I was growing up, we liked to split our chocolate chip with butterscotch. So that's exactly what I am doing here. I'm kind of mimicking my childhood, and I am using Lily's, but I'm doing half chocolate and half butterscotch. I love that flavor, but you do you. Or add in the chocolate chips and some nuts, or do white chocolate chips and make like a white macadamia nut and do something like that. So you will see that the dough is very thick. Wanted to show that to you right away. So it's gonna press nice and evenly. I can tell it's gonna be very moist when it's done. So I'm gonna use a fork for the chips. So I have a mixture going on. You can see the chocolate and the butterscotch. That's me. You do you, whatever flavored chip you want. Maybe you want something like peanut butter cup, chocolate peanut butter chips. It's your Blondies. But I have been looking forward to this for 2 weeks. I plan my videos 2 weeks in advance, just so you guys know. I always know, and if you ever check, it's always a savory and a sweet, and I go back and forth. So I'm always looking. Okay, so now I'm just gonna go ahead and put it into the pan. So here we go. You can see that it is literally kind of like a chunk. Makes it pretty easy for what I am doing. I'm just gonna flatten it out. Once again, my pan is 9 by 9. So it says 15 to 20 minutes to cook, which means mine is only 10 to 15 because I'm gonna have smaller size bars. So for you guys, if you have an 8 by 8 pan, you're gonna make 16 bars. If you have a 9 by 9, since they're smaller and thinner, go ahead and turn them into 9 bars because they're not as thick. You'll feel like you're eating more, but you're really not. It's kind of fun. So, well, you're eating a little bit, truthfully. You're eating a little bit more. So you'll just see, I'm just kind of smoothing it out here. All right, so that's what it looks like now. And I want to go over the sugar, that replacement that I am using. Let me just go ahead and set this for 10. All right, this is called Pure Cane, all natural, no calorie baking sweetener made from sugar cane. So I want you to see that on the front. On the back, it says low glycemic, keto, vegan, gluten-free, halal, parv. I don't exactly know what that means. I'll be honest with you on that. But I want to show you this. I want you, for those of you that are curious, calories are 0. We have total carbs at 4. It does have erythritol, So that is 4, but it is also from sugar cane, which is going to get rid of that aftertaste. So it comes, so you take your carbs minus your sugar alcohol and you come out as a 0. By the way, not only is this keto friendly, it does not raise your blood sugar. The other one that I used was the brown sugar variety. And I will show you that one here. Same thing, I'll let you look at the ingredients on the back. And I'll let you read. So you'll see it's a 1-for-1 ratio, sugar replacement, gluten-free. I know that's so important for so many of you. Low glycemic, as I was saying. So for those of you that are diabetic, this is still okay. This is not on store shelves, okay? You're gonna need to go to the Pure Cane website. Just type it into Google. When you go to buy one, like I said, right now, when you go to buy one, they will offer you another bag. These are both 12-ounce bags. I don't know why they're different sizes, okay? Which is the exact same size as your monk fruit, your allulose, and your swerve. And it's $7.99 a bag, which is about the same price. So you get one for $7.99, you get one for $3 for you guys. I'm doing a test for them, and so I will be tagging them in the video, but then I'll start paying that. So I will let you know if there's an aftertaste when we try it. As it cooks, I will know when it is done, when it is just set. Looks a little golden brown on the top. It is not gonna come out toothpick clean. It is gonna be a little jiggly, just set. Take it out because it keeps cooking in the pan for about 10 minutes. And I know I've said that before, but I really wanna just hash that out so you don't have a dry bar, cookie bar. So I will be back with the taste test and I will be honest with you as to how this is and if I think you should go grab that discount while it is there. And just remember a few of my little tweaks for also having a chew your bar. The description and the link for the recipe is below, and I'll see you at the taste test. All right, and they are ready to serve. They look wonderful and the texture is just amazing. Let me just go over a couple nutrition facts for you. If you do 16 bars, and I did end up going ahead and cutting them into 16, it's 161 calories a bar. Total carbs is 5.6 with fiber at 3.5. So I didn't do the math. So that puts it at 6.1. That puts it at 3.1 net carbs. That was on the fly. 3.1 net carbs. Protein 3.8 and fat 14.4, but that's all down in the nutrition facts. So 161 calories, not bad, and only 3.1 net carbs. So here we go. Hopefully you can see it up close. All right, so aftertaste, let's see. I just really love chocolate and butterscotch. Oh, so good. I'm checking to see if there's any cooling. There is no cooling. There's no aftertaste, guys. This is great. I will definitely be buying more of this stuff, this pure cane sugar. This is really, really good. And I will also tell you, adding a package of collagen made them nice and chewy. So add those little cheats in there, and remember, go get it while you can buy one, get one half off. It's a great deal. Enjoy the blondies. See you next time. Bye.